I have a feeling, though, if we ever did do anything, it would likely end up with me alone and unemployed. Any advice? Man, you're digging yourself in a hole, brother. My advice is fucking stop. Hey, welcome back to another episode. This is Relationship Advice with Glitch, that is me. And today we're going to be looking at the Relationship Advice subreddit, and we're just going to see what some of these problems are and maybe offer some good advice. I don't know. I'm not really qualified to give advice. I haven't studied any sort of relationship psychology or anything, but I've been in a relationship for a long time. Just to give you some background, I started dating Brielle in 2008 when I was in the 8th grade. We dated on and off all throughout high school, dated some other people. We both dated some other people. And when I moved up to San Francisco for college in 2013, she moved up here as well because she had family up here. And she moved in with me, and we were together ever since. And then we got married just a year ago on June 1st of 2019. So, I've been on and off with Brielle for 12 years now at this point. And so even outside of that relationship, I was in other relationships. So I do think I have some advice to give. I've been around the block, and I've been in a long-term relationship for a long time. So we're just going to go hop right into it and see if we can offer some little bits of value. All right, so this first one says, I am at a loss with my ex. So about 3 weeks ago, I split up with my girlfriend of 5 months. She was/is a great girl and girlfriend. In the beginning, we had a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed life with her in it. After around the 3rd month, though, my feelings began to change about her and the idea of furthering the relationship. Without going into graphic detail, let's just say that the intimacy between us stopped. Soon, resentment began, followed by bickering to the point that I felt it needed to end. The issue is that she is very distraught over the breaking, and so although it pains me greatly, I have tried my hardest to have broken contact with her, at least for the time being, until last night. She texted me saying, I left something on your front porch for you. Merry Christmas. I get home to receive a monogrammed money clip and limited edition flask, socks, and some weed. She finally started listening to me. Now I don't know what to do. My feelings haven't changed as far as wanting to be apart. I just don't know what to do or say now. Do I keep them knowing I won't use these things? Do I try and give them back? What? I can't say this has ever happened to me. Every time I broke up with my now wife, she didn't give me shit. Except for shit. She only gave me hell. But that was because I was a dick and kept breaking up with her. I guess the best thing you really can do in this situation is go in person and give them back and make a clear statement that you don't want this relationship to continue any further. I don't think you should accept gifts at all. I mean, say you were a politician and someone from an organization that you don't agree with tried to bribe you with money. Would you take the money just because it's money, or would you give it back to make a clear statement that you want no involvement with this at all? I think that's what you need to do in this situation. If you keep it, it says that you acknowledge and appreciate the gift, and you know that she's giving you the gift to try to mend this broken relationship. So I would definitely say give that shit back as soon as possible. It sounds like some good gifts, though. I would maybe smoke the weed. And give the rest back. But yeah, I wouldn't hold on to that stuff if I was you. That's just asking for shit down the line. Or you're going to have another conversation about how you really appreciate the stuff, but you don't want this relationship to go any further. So don't put yourself in that position. Just cut it. And the comment right here even says this: it is better to sever the limb cleanly, no matter the agony, than to have it dangling and getting in the way. Don't know why I use such a fucked up metaphor though, but it's true. Sever the limb and sever it cleanly. Get it cut, get it gone. That's the best way you can go about that. Next. All right. This one's titled Damn. And it says, just slept with my ex-girlfriend and we had 3 hours of straight sex and told each other of past hookups after we ended. Now I know I should treat it as a fuck and run, but I can't tell if I feel dirty or just ashamed. I guess the question is like, why do you feel dirty and ashamed? Because, I mean, are you feeling dirty and ashamed because you just fucked someone you know you shouldn't have fucked? Are you feeling ashamed because you're looking at it as just a fucking run and you know damn well she's not looking at it as just a fucking run, and now you've manipulated her emotions and she's gonna expect something more, but you know you're not gonna give her more, so now you feel dirty and ashamed? Because I've done that personally, and every time it was a fucking asshole move. It was a dick move. It was fucked up. It was manipulative, and it was toying with her emotions. Now, given, like I said, I'm married to her now, so everything has worked out, but that doesn't really make it right. It was still fucked up at the time. Your situation is still fucked. Yeah, I don't know. I would say you're most likely feeling dirty and ashamed because you know you've done something you shouldn't have. And I mean, you can't take the past back, but you could change the future. If you don't plan on having a future relationship, or if it's not clearly communicated that you're both in it just for the fuck, then you need to stop and you need to get out of that as soon as possible to avoid further situations where you're posting shit like this on Reddit. All right, let's move on to the next. That was a pretty easy one. Just stop fucking her. All right, this one's titled, I'm in a tough situation. My girlfriend told me about some coworkers who potentially hooked up. One of them is in a relationship with an up-and-coming good friend of mine. I really would like to tell my friend about what I've heard because I've been in his shoes beforehand, felt like an idiot when I found out. Everyone knew except me. My girlfriend doesn't want me to tell because of the he said, she said backlash from her coworkers. Telling my friend would be breaking her trust because she told me what she heard in confidence. I'm really struggling with what to do. Any ideas? This is always a tough situation. My wife and I have personally been in this situation where we know some shady ass shit is going on between some friends. Possibly, we're friends with both of them, and so we don't really know what to do or how to tell someone, or it's just a situation you don't really want to get involved with. I would say if your girlfriend's work wasn't involved, tell them for sure. Tell your friends straight up. But there's that work dynamic here, and I mean, it's like if you start stirring up drama, then now your girlfriend is involved in drama at work. Given you guys didn't create the drama, her coworkers did, and the person obviously is kind of maybe a little bit of a piece of shit here, but I would say maybe best to just stay out of it in this case. I mean, if it is a good friend, I'm talking about a close friend, then talk to your girlfriend about it. Make sure you both are on the same page, because if you go tell your friend, that could mean problems for your girlfriend and problems for your relationship. There's a good chance that you guys could end up breaking up over this. So really weigh out the consequences of telling your friend this. And, if there's more consequences than there is benefits coming from it, then I would maybe just stay out of it. And, your friend might have to learn the hard way. But that, like you said, you're in a tough situation, and it really comes down to ethics here and what you're willing to lose to continue to be an ethical friend. I guess I'm not really much help here. Sorry about that. But, that's tough, man. I'd maybe stay out of it. It really depends on how good of a friend and if my girlfriend and I were on the same page about telling the friend. This one's titled, Need Advice / Tips on How to Stay Abstinent. I'm probably not the best person to comment on this at all, but I'll give it a go. We both know what we want, but we're both Christian and want to save ourselves for marriage. We've been dating 8 months, and sometimes it almost gets out of control with making out. I'd really appreciate some tips on how to keep ourselves out of trouble before it goes too far. I don't know if I could comment on this. I did not stay abstinent. I mean, I was raised in the church. I don't know if I'd necessarily call myself religious anymore by any means, but it's a matter of ethics for you here. And so if you both feel that waiting for marriage is best, then I think you're going to feel a lot more satisfied if you do. You know, when it gets out of hand, I understand it can be tempting, but you as a Christian should totally understand the power of temptation. If you don't want to fuck until you're married, don't fuck until you're married. It's for you, it might make it that much better. If you guys want to fuck before marriage, go fuck before marriage then. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your relationship. And if you think that this is someone you could be married to, then fuck it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. It's up to you. Next. I can't really say shit about this one. I'm totally not the right person to give advice on that. Alright, this one is male 29, getting strong feelings for a coworker who is a female 34. The problem is I have a fiance already, a female 29. So we have been together for around 10 years, just recently bought a house together, no kids, but that might be coming soon. I'm happy with the relationship and we almost never fight and the sex is great. That is until lately when I started getting feelings for a woman at work. Now she is almost always on my mind. We have worked together for a few years, but recently she broke up with her longtime boyfriend, and since then I've been flirting a lot with her. Usually little things like telling her how good she looks and taking a little further each time. Now we are texting each other, and let's just say I wouldn't want my fiance reading any of these texts. They are usually accompanied by a LOL or a smiley face, so I don't know how serious she is, but if she ever acted on them, I'd be cheating for sure. I realized the easy answer would be to stop flirting at work, but she's just so much fun to talk to and be with and super fucking sexy. I would give almost anything to spend one night with her. I have a feeling though, if we ever did do anything, it would likely end up with me alone and unemployed. Any advice? Man, you're digging yourself in a hole, brother. My advice is fucking stop. Don't throw away a 10-year relationship that you seem to be more than happy in for a coworker that you seem to just be kind of more infatuated with. You know, it sounds like you have a girl that you're in love with and a woman at work that you're infatuated with. And it's a dog, man. You're gonna fuck yourself. If it's really that worth it, then you need to leave your fiance or have a discussion with your fiance and see if she's possibly open for an open relationship. You won't know until you ask, and you don't have to necessarily say, hey, there's this coworker of mine that I really want to fuck. Would you be willing to fuck her with me? But if it's that important to you, then you gotta pick at the beehive a little bit and see what maybe comes out of it. But otherwise, I'd say you just have some control, man. Don't throw away a 10-year long relationship. I understand that after 10 years, it can seem, you know, maybe not as exciting anymore or daunting to go cheat, but it's just not the answer. You're going to be throwing away something that you've probably cherished for a long time for nothing, really. So I would say stay away from that one. It's all about self-control. That's the bottom line. That's not always the answer we want, but sometimes it's just about self-control and weighing out like what you have and the benefits of that and how that makes you feel over what you might be able to have and like the short-term benefits. This girl has been with you for 10 years. I mean, if you guys are 29, that means you guys have been together since you're 19 years old. That you have a lot of history there. Is that something you want to throw away for a coworker? And like you said, you could end up not only alone because you've gone and cheated, but unemployed. Don't shit where you eat. Don't fuck coworkers. Stay away from that. I get like you're around these people a lot. You get to know each other very well. And I can understand maybe this infatuation that's being created, but it's not worth it. You got to weigh out your priorities and really be able to come to terms with what is important to you. A 10-year long relationship where you have a lot of memories with someone who has put in a solid, loyal 10 years to you as well. Or an older woman at work who you just kind of want to fuck and you don't even know if you'd want to have a relationship. Do you want to throw away a 10-year long relationship for someone who you don't even know if you'd want to even see after that night, and then you would have to see them at work 5 days a week for 8 hours a day? So stop digging that hole, hop out of it, go back in the house, make some dinner with your wife, cuddle up, and get your head out the fucking gutter. Stop texting her too. I mean, if you're texting her, you're gonna get caught. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So stop. That's my best advice. All right. Me, 25, is asked by this girl, 24, what are my intentions? What's a good way to respond without coming on too strong? Just started talking to her and she's asking what my intentions are. I'm honestly just looking for love in a relationship, but I don't want to come on too strong. Any advice? I mean, there's ways to say that without being like, well, I fucking love you, even though we've only been talking for a month. Just tell her, just be like, look, I'm looking to get to know someone. I am looking for a long-term relationship, but I'm playing it by ear. That way you're giving her your intentions, but you're letting her know, like, if you're waiting, I'll wait with you, or we can take it slow. If you have this concern that she may not be where you are with it, then you just got to do it subtly. It's all about giving her the honest answer, but not making it seem like don't just walk up and be like, oh, you wanted to know what my intentions are? My intentions are get married, have 3 kids, buy a dog, buy a house, and then die. You don't have to come on strong like that. And you don't have to just confess all your love for her or whatever. You just be like, yeah, I am looking for something serious. If something serious comes along, and ask her, what are your intentions? Be open and transparent. This isn't an interview. It's not a quiz. There's no really right or wrong answer, and you're allowed to ask questions back. Like, you could be like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm looking for in my plans. What are you looking for? Are we on the same page? And if she's not where you're at, then cool. Then you just decide, like, okay, well, is this worth my time? If not, leave. Don't waste your time. And if she is in the same place, then cool, just keep going. Now you guys know what each other's intentions are, and you've worked on communication. It's that simple. On to the next. All right, this one says, she's ignoring me. There's a lot of guys on this one asking for relationship advice. It's pretty interesting. I haven't seen too many female ones. And the ones that were female so far were really long, and I'm trying to keep the answer short. Hopefully I do come across a short female one so I can maybe speak to that as well. But yeah, it's just a lot of guys on this one. So it says, she's ignoring me. My significant other is in college, so we are in a long distance relationship. However, we've made it a point to text back and forth at least once a day. But last Friday, she stopped texting me. She read a message of a sad face and ignored it. I have no idea what's wrong. I haven't called because I don't know her classes. What should I do? Well, you gotta call at some point. I mean, she's obviously not in class all day, so you need to give her a call. And I think when you give her that call, depending on how many days it's been, then you need to be like, whoa, what's going on? Like, what are we doing? Yeah. That's pretty much it. You just got to get a hold of her and just be like, is this relationship going on any further? Long distance relationships are tough, and I feel like you can't really always expect them to work out, especially since, your significant other is off to college, and a lot of shit happens in college. People, that's the time to be free. So, I got lucky when I moved off to college. My girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, moved up here as well because she also had family here, and she lived with me all throughout college, and we made it work. It was tough, but we made it work. And I feel like if we weren't able to live together, it would have been a very different story. And who knows if we would be married right now. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just now noticing that this post was 6 years ago. Jesus, let's see what some of the responses were. Give her a call. If she doesn't pick up, give her some space. If she is just crazy busy, a text and a missed call are enough reminders. If she is not wanting to talk, all the messages in the world are not going to make her want to chat. You might guilt her into a call, but you can't make her want to talk to you. No need to panic about the relationship right now, because in a week or so it will become apparent what she wants and why she's not been in contact. Long distance relationships are hard. The hardest part is reading and accepting intentions. She might just be having a bad day. Have your own day and connect when she's ready. It looks like then the OP comes and replies and says she wants to break up, but she's not sure. I finally got through to her. I don't want this to end. She's the best thing to walk into my life. I really love her. How do I keep her around? And I like this right here. The first line is all you got to say. Dude, I'm sorry, but you don't. Sad face. Because the reality of it is she's off in college, man. She's somewhere else and she wants to end it. You got to end it. She might be the best thing to walk into your life, but I think the hard reality is that maybe you're not the best thing to walk into hers, or she wants to see what else might walk into her life, and you can't get on her for that. You can't blame her for that. You guys are assuming she just went off to college. You guys are still pretty young. You know, since this was 6 years ago, I'm guessing this relationship ended. But if you were in a similar situation to this, you know, take this advice. Get in contact, have clear communication, establish what you guys want. And if you're the one watching this and your significant other is the one who wants to end it and has left, then you need to respect that. And it's not easy, but you gotta. And you know what? It's probably best for you. You don't want to be in a long distance relationship with someone who you now know doesn't want to be in a relationship with you that bad. It's most likely going to end in probably cheating. Not to say that's exactly what will happen, but there's a good chance. I would just accept the end of the relationship and try to move on. If there's other things out there for them, there's other things out there for you that may not seem like the case at the moment, but it is the case. So, yeah. All right. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to another episode with me, where we looked at relationship advice. Again, like I said, I'm really not qualified to give relationship advice, but it's just kind of my own opinion. It's just from my own stance, mostly my own experiences. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. Let me know if maybe I gave some bad advice somewhere, or if any of this advice helped you at all. Otherwise, feel free to subscribe to my channel and help your boy out. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Be safe out there. Love you all. Peace.